Hi, I'm Lunarcraft. I'm here with the weekly AstroTarot presentation, and currently I am looking at you, Leah. As usual, I will start off with the general astrological information. Then I will move on to the bits that are particular for you, and finally looking at 3 tarot cards for this week. So let's dive straight in. We're still in what's being called Capricorn season, and that runs until next week. Now, Capricorn sees or is host to all manner of planets, a real party going on. So there will be, or maybe, times when the mood will be more somber, earthy, even heavy at times. Now, alongside that, Venus in retrograde and Mercury team up, and they can and will cause some difficulties around the areas of love and communication. However, Jupiter moves from Aquarius and joins Pisces, a sign that it rules and loves. This could well result in a general lightening of the atmosphere around all of us. So it's not all bad. Now, moving on to the more specific things. Oh, this sounds really boring, but it's not. Your 6th house that deals with routine is host to the sun. Your natural persona needs to shine. You need to shine. But Saturn ruled Capricorn is casting a shadow over that brilliance. But to offset this effect, you could make changes to your regular routine to avoid stagnation. Examples that you could try could be to work in different locations for a few weeks, or spend more time outside close to nature. Also, to balance the shadow being cast, lucky Jupiter moved into your 8th house that relates to shared finances, and it will remain there until May and looks set to bring you good news. Yay. Concerning taxes and shared financial activities. Wow. All good stuff. Right. Just grabbing my cards. Right. 1 and a 2. Oh, and 3 came out as well. Okay, you wanted to come and play. I'm not surprised. Okay. Your cards starts with the 8 of Cups. And that shows you moving into a more positive and settled time that leads to your realization that it is time to start afresh. Now is the time to explore different lifestyles. Okay? You don't have to commit yet, but explore. Moving on to the middle card, we find the 5 of Wands. And that warns of potential but minor setbacks and possibly getting drawn into feeling you have to be competitive. These will be irritations rather than anything that could change the course of your chosen actions. So they're just little bumps. And finally, we've got the 2 of Cups. And that suggests that you will be able to find or create a harmonious and cooperative atmosphere that should result in forming mutual understanding. So, it's not bad stuff at all. So, Leo, have a fabulous week. Hi, I'm Lunarcraft, and I'm here with the regular weekly AstroTarot presentation. And currently, I've got my eyes firmly set on you, Virgo. As always, I will start with general astrological information, moving on to stuff that is more specific to you, and finally drawing out 3 tarot cards for the week. So let's dive straight in. Just to set the context, we are still in the Capricorn season, as they call it, and that runs until next week. Also, be aware that Capricorn is host to all manner of planets this month. And the result could be that the atmosphere feels somber, earthy, heavy even. Alongside that, we've got Venus in retrograde and Mercury teaming up, and together they can and will most likely cause some difficulties around love and communication. However, Jupiter is moving from Aquarius into Pisces. Pisces is the sign that Jupiter rules, and Jupiter loves Pisces. And the result could well be that the atmosphere around all of us could become lighter. Moving on to the more specific information, the saying, make hay while the sun shines, could have been written especially for you this month, because the sun and Venus are in your 5th house of fun, entertainment, and creativity, and they stay there until the middle of next week. Additionally, as I said, lucky Jupiter is in your relationship sector and will stay there until May. Your ruling planet Mercury goes retrograde on the 14th, and that could result in your creativity being curbed and your ability to use words could become jumbled. Welcome to my world. Okay, but it's not bad. They're all things that you can take in your stride. Now, moving on to your 3 tarot cards. Let me give them a quick shuffle. Make sure that previous energies have moved out. And we have 1 and 2. Right, turning them over, we start with the 10 of Wands, and that warns that you could find the going somewhat difficult, and you could feel as though you are solely responsible for any and everything that goes wrong. You're not, and it will soon pass. In the center, we've got the 9 of Cups. And that one actually counterbalances the negativity imposed by the 10 of Wands. Yay, good stuff. This card suggests that you will be counting your blessings and feeling justifiably pleased with your achievements. So that's really good. And finally, the 8 of Swords is revealed. And that suggests that you have the potential tendency to sabotage yourself, particularly if you feel under pressure. However, by breathing calmly and relaxing about whatever the situation might be, you will come to realize that the solution is actually straightforward. Nothing to get cross with yourself about at all. It happens to all of us at some point. So, all in all, not a bad week. I'll leave it there. I will say thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hi, I'm Lunarcraft, and I'm here with the regular weekly AstroTarot presentation. And my spotlight is firmly on you, Libra. As usual, I'm going to start with the more general astrological information, then move on to things that are more specific to you, and finally drawing 3 tarot cards for the week. All right, just to set the sort of scene, we are still in Capricorn and will remain there until the middle of next week. And Capricorn has been host to all sorts of planets. So many, it's unbelievable. But the result could be that the atmosphere that we feel around us could be somber, earthy, heavy even. Alongside that, we've got Virgo in retrograde and Mercury teaming up. And together they can and probably will cause disruption to love and communication. However, Jupiter is also on the move from Aquarius into Pisces, a sign that Jupiter rules and Jupiter loves. And the result could well be a general lightening of the atmosphere for all of us. Now, moving on to your specific information. First off, your ruling planet, Venus, as I said before, is going retrograde, causing aspects such as money, romance, and beauty routines that may become confused, muddled as a result. Also, there could be indecision regarding partners and partnerships, and they could be amplified due to Venus's retrograde movement. Additionally, the retrograde path of Venus could bring pressure to your 4th house of finance, romance, beauty routines, and home until the middle of next week. So it's short-lived. And then moving on to your tarot cards, let's see what they have to offer for the coming week. And that one. Oh, they all feel good. And we have the 9 of Wands, which indicates that you could be feeling somewhat vulnerable, perhaps recalling past hurts. These feelings and memories will soon pass, and I believe they're linked to Venus being in retrograde. And you will be then feeling ready to take on any challenges that present themselves. In the middle, we have the 3 of Swords, often referred to as the card of heartbreak, but my inclination is towards another meaning, which is that the power of logic can be used to bring success, especially where emotional issues are concerned. So, for once, advocating logic. And finally, you've got the Four of Swords, and that delivers a timely reminder to remember your own self-care by giving yourself time and permission to switch off from the everyday hubbub will give you an opportunity to see situations from a much clearer viewpoint, and that in turn will suggest ways for you to move forward. So, all in all, not a bad week. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hi, I'm Lunarcraft, and I'm here with the regular AstroTarot presentation. And Scorpio, you are in my line of sight. Okay, as usual, I will start with the general astrological information, moving on to stuff that is more specific to you, and finally picking out 3 tarot cards for the week and seeing what they carry. Okay, so just to set the scene, we're still in Capricorn and will remain there until next week. Also, be aware that Capricorn has been host to so many planets this month. So it could be, or you could feel that the atmosphere is, or the mood is more somber, heavier, earthy. Alongside that, we have Venus in retrograde, teaming up with Mercury, and together they can, and probably will, cause difficulties around love and communication. However, Jupiter is moving from Aquarius into Pisces. Jupiter rules Pisces, and Jupiter loves Pisces. So the result could well be a general lightening of the atmosphere around all of us. Looking more specifically, Scorpio, your 5th house of fun and creativity is hosting Jupiter until May. And that residency could result in bringing you love, abundance, relief from troubles. Yay! Additionally, your creativity is set to increase, along with the resulting outcome of your activities. So you could well be faced with a decision about what you're going to do with all the stuff you create. All right, it doesn't matter, be it painting, drawing, pottery, woodwork, jewelry, whatever it is that you're interested in, follow it and think about what you're going to do with the resulting outcomes. Right, just drawing out your 3 cards. Oh, that one. Oh. Right, your tarot cards. The first card out is the King of Swords, and he acknowledges your ability to quickly get to grips with situations. Also indicated are the very high standards that you set for yourself. In the middle is the Six of Wands, and that brings a claim for your actions and accomplishments. It also places you firmly at the center of attention. You are well equipped to take that in your stride. Don't shy away from it. You've worked hard, you deserve it. And finally is the Six of Pentacles, and that recognizes your generosity and points towards your willingness to practice give and take with others. Also indicated is the situation of having and not having, and that can lead to divisions opening up, but you are aware of it and you can head it off. So, all in all, a pretty good week ahead. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I'll be back next week, same place, same time, and I really hope you'll be able to join me. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.